Welcome to Wall Street Confidential. No, I'm going to start again. Sorry about that. Welcome to Wall Street Confidential, the show we give you the inside scoop as to what's really happening on Wall Street. And there's a lot happening. I'm Greg Greenberg. This is Jim Cramer.
Greg, I got to tell you, all bottoms, it's not like Anna Karenina. All bottoms are the same.
I was going to quote Spinal Tap with big bottoms, but you can go with Anna Karenina.
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
That's right. Okay, let's talk about big bottoms.
All right, here's the deal. It's one-third, one-third, one-third. I have spent a lifetime analyzing these bottoms, and it's not really an art form. It's a science. You graph the macro on the micro. So what we're seeing now is obviously a worldwide slowdown. I say obviously because we saw the GDP